Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Venkatesaya. Bhagavad Bhaktulara, revered devotees, welcome to another session on Sanatana Dharma. We are trying to understand the core values of Sanatana Dharma, the Sanatan which is timeless and eternal, and Dharma which is principle. Jai Bolo Ganesh Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bolo Ganesh Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bolo Ganesh Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Sri Krishna. Revered devotees, before we start today's session, I wish to offer my pranam to Ganpati, Sri Mahaganapati, and also the Lord of Seven Hills, Sri Venkateshwara. Suklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Jayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Aharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadanta Mupasmahe Venkatadri Samam Sthanam Brahmande Nasti Kinchana Venkatesa Samo Devo Na Bhuto Na Bhavishyati Sri Venkatachalādhīsam Sriyādhyasita Vakshasam Shrita Chetana Mandaram Srinivasam Aham Bhaji. Jai Bolo Ganesh Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Sri Krishna. Revered devotees, we have started the journey of understanding what is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatan is timeless and eternal. Dharma is the principle. Dharma is an ordering principle. We use it across in many phases of our life. Dharma is not an exclusive belief, but an inclusive attitude based on honoring unity and interdependence of all existence. It may be Buddhists, Jains, Hindus, all may disagree on description of that ultimate reality. But Dharma is timeless. Dharma is the universal principle. So, in today's session, we are going to understand what are the features of Sanatana Dharma. How is it called a ordering principle? So, first we'll start our session by understanding the core values of Sanatana Dharma. Okay, Dharma is conditioning the human. Why is Dharma required? We use the terms hair conditioner, skin conditioner. There must be something which orders or brings an orderly behavior in a human being. The Dharma is the main feature or core principle which conditions the human behavior. Rules to be adopted to hold family, society, and universe together is Dharma. Ultimate reality is God. Many ways of reaching this ultimate reality are there. But still, our Dharma holds individual, makes him grounded to the basic values of behavior and the way a person has to lead his or her life. The spiritual path or journey following the principle or law propounded by Almighty God, Sri Mahavishnu, purifies an individual and the vikaras fade away. One experiences Divya Ananda, gets nearer to Ishvara Tattva, merges himself in Samadhi. when one follows the dharmic principles. The dharmic principles are ahimsa, truthfulness, compassion, and renunciation. Let us understand the in one of the great uh, kritis, it was very clearly stated. What is this Divya Ananda? When do we get the Divya Ananda? We get Divya Ananda when we follow the ethical principles of ahimsa, truthfulness, compassion, and renunciation, which are the core values of Dharma. Then we can experience the Satchidananda, the Divya Ananda, which all the rishis keep telling us. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Kim vachaniyam, kim avachaniyam, kim rachaniyam, kim arachaniyam, sarvam brahmamayam. Kim pataniyam, kim apataniyam, kim bhajaniyam, kim abhajaniyam, sarvam brahmamayam. All that is spoken, all that is not spoken, all that is written, all that is not written, everything is filled with God. Everything is filled with God. So, the dharmic traditions of India emphasize dharma first, and on that basis only allows for a diversity of religious beliefs and philosophies to develop. As I said, dharma is not an exclusive belief, but an inclusive attitude based on honoring unity and interdependence of all existence. There is a Raja Dharma, there is a Ashrama Dharma, there is a Swadharma. The Swadharma means it is a spiritual quest. What is Ashrama Dharma? Ashrama Dharma is the responsibilities associated with one's station in life's progress. Childhood, studentship, marital life, old age. Grahastha Dharma, the Varnashrama Dharmas. Raja Dharma is the governance. So, in everything, there are some principles which are involved. What do Dharma Shastras do? They help one to cultivate orderly lifestyle. A person is created, an individual takes birth, it definitely means he has to lead his life in the society. Obviously, dharma is universal. It transcends race, it transcends religion, it transcends gender and even species. Only human beings have the unique ability to follow dharma or negate it. Negation or intention to eradicate dharma. Dharma is an orderly lifestyle. So if one feels to negate or intends to eradicate dharma, that is nothing but inflicting misery on planet through unethical way of life. So let us cherish the core values of dharma. There was a very senior academician by name Kerry Brown. He said, dharma is all encompassing and resolves conflicts. The culture that we now know as Hinduism, but the word that precedes it by thousands of years is Sanatana Dharma, the law which is eternal. It is a law, it is an eternal law. This is more than a religion. The true nature of Sanatana Dharma is ways of describing higher goals of life. When you say everything is ordained by God, stars are Brahman, the sun is Brahman, the moon is Brahman, the water is Brahman. In the timeless symphony of the Supreme Divine, Bhagavad-Gita, the Lord expounds the dictum revealing the eternal truth as Ekatma Sarva Bhutantaratma, meaning there is only one Atma which dwells in every being. Ekatma Sarva Bhutantaratma, meaning there is one Atma which is there in every being. Therefore, Sanatana Dharma gives reverence to individual spiritual experience over any formal religious doctrines. The universal truth transcends religion, art, science, community, anything. Sanatana Dharma is that universal truth. Universal truth governs the human existence. Let me tell some examples. What is this universal truth? There was gravitation prior to the discovery of law of gravitation. Before Newton discovered the laws of gravitation, there was gravitation in this world. Same are these spiritual laws, which are eternal, which existed before they were discovered by rishis. Now, as laws of gravity, mathematics, logic are non-debatable and beyond debate and inherent in law of nature, same are dharmic principles, which are sanatan, that is eternal. The world is made up of sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic gunas. Sanatan Dharma propounds one to raise above rajasic and tamasic notions or tendencies like inertness, laziness, indecisiveness, forcefulness, violent behaviors, and other such tamasic features. It propounds and says, be pure, be clean in thoughts, be calm in mind, be peaceful, be wholesome. That is, inculcate the sattvic guna. So, Sanatana Dharma speaks about values. Sanatana Dharma speaks about the sattvic principles to be adopted to lead a very ideal life. The universal or ethical eternal principle or Sanatana Dharma means one has to attain moksha through adopting all these methods. That is, imbibing certain core values which are very important for an individual to succeed and become a true human being. As I said yesterday, the Sanatana Dharma is based on the foundation of Shruti Smriti literature. Let me narrate one sloka. Dhriti Kshama Damostyeyam Sochamindriya Grahaha Dhi Vigrya Satyamakrodhi Dashakam Dharma Lakshanam. Dhriti Kshama Damostyeyam Sochamindriya Grahaha Dhi Vigrya Satyamakrodhi Dashakam Dharma Lakshanam. So some may ask, what is Sanatana Dharma? Yes, it is an eternal law, it is a principle, it is a core values which any individual has to inculcate. Now, what are those has also been explained in our Shruti Smriti literature. Dhruti Kshama Damostyeyam. What does Dhruti mean? Dhruti means courage. Courage to take up a very highly, properly planned, which is permitted by God. Any work which fulfills our responsibilities, which enables us to discharge our responsibilities towards the society, towards the universe, towards God. Then Kshama, that is forgiveness. Dhriti Kshama Damostyeyam Sochamindriya Graha Dhi Vigya Satyamakrodhi Dasakam Dharma Lakshanam. This is what Smriti literature says. Dhriti means courage, Kshama means forgiveness, Dhamma means control over mind, Asteya, you should not steal anything, Saucha, cleanliness, be it physical, be it manasik Saucha, Indriya Nigraha, that is sense control, Dhi, that is logical thinking using your buddhi, Vidya, that is knowledge, Satya, that is truth, and Krodha, that is anger. Control your anger. So the Sanatana Dharma says one has to inculcate and imbibe in his lifestyle these values. What are they? Courage, forgiveness, non-stealing, control over mind, cleanliness, sense-control, logical thinking, knowledge, truth, and control anger. So this is Sanatana Dharma. These are the core values of Sanatana Dharma. Vedah smritihi sadacharah swasya cha priyam atmanah yetat chaturvidha prahuhu sakshat dharmasya lakshanam. I would like to give another shloka which explains the core principles of Sanatana Dharma, which are imbibed in our Vedic literature. Vedah smritihi sadacharah swasya cha priyam atmanah yetat chaturvidha prahuhu sakshat dharmasya lakshanam. Smriti, the dharma smritis, the dharma shastras. The sadachara means imbibing virtuous conduct or inculcating a behavior pattern which may be termed as virtuous conduct. Atma priya, you have to reason to ourselves, reason to oneself. There should be a reasoning. We should think before doing anything. There are three types of papa, sins, that is manasa, vacha, karmana. So, before we utter a word, before we do a thing, even the process of thinking also in manas, you have to do this atma priya, reasoning to oneself. You should be able to convince yourself that it is definitely permitted by the supreme power who has created us. Sarvam kahu idam brahma. The jiva leaves the body, physical body, and achieves videha mukti. But to reach Brahman, that is a longer process. Unless you inculcate all these values, which are very important, which are strictly prescribed by the Creator, there is no liberation, there is no liberty from this cycle of birth and death. So, what is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma is imbibing core ethical values which will make you a successful human being to reach the lotus feet of the Creator. Ahimsa paramo dharmas tadha himsa parodamaha. Ahimsa paramam dana ahimsa paramam ratapaha. Ahimsa paramo yajnas tada himsa param phalam. Ahimsa paramam mitram ahimsa paramam sukham. Revered devotees, Lord Krishna, Jagannatha, Parama Purusha, Sriman Narayana's Divya Avatara, Krishna has very clearly stated the core values which a person has to follow in his life to make his life a successful one. Ahimsa paramo dharma stada himsa parodamaha. This is clearly enunciated in the Anushasanika Parva of Sri Mahabharata. Ahimsa paramo dharma stada himsa parodamaha. Ahimsa paramam danam ahimsa paramam ratapaha. Ahimsa paramo yajna stada himsa param phalam. Ahimsa paramam mitram ahimsa paramam sukham. Which means ahimsa is the best dharma. So here he is saying dharma as an yajna. Revered devotees, we are all very lucky to be able to conduct this Maha Yajna, that is satsang, in the Pradosha Samaya every day through our YouTube live sessions on our channel, Sanatana Dharma Pravachanalu, and also through our MS Team sessions. As Adi Shankaracharya has stated, Satsangatve Nisangatvam Nisangatve Nirmohatvam, we are following the principle in true spirit. Krishna says ahimsa is the best dharma. It is the best yajna. Ahimsa is the best dhamma. Dhamma means control of mind. Ahimsa is the best dana. Ahimsa is the best tapa. Tapa means sadhana. Ahimsa is the best fruit of yajna. Ahimsa is the best friend. And ahimsa is the parama dharma and parama sukha. That is why the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, has stated non-violence as his core value. Mahatma Gandhi has truly understood what is Sanatana Dharma, the core value of Sanatana Dharma, and he has followed it in his life. We can call a guru a sadguru only when he practices what he preaches. This is evident from the lives of Sri Samartha Sadguru Sainatha, Sri Ramana Maharshi, Sri Raghavendra Swami, and of course, our father of the nation. So whosoever may doubt about what is Sanatana Dharma, the Vedic literature says, ahimsa paramo dharmas tada ahimsa paro dhamah, ahimsa paramam danam, ahimsa paramam ratapah, ahimsa paramo yajnas tada ahimsa param phalam, ahimsa paramam mitram, ahimsa paramam sukham. So non-violence is the best dharma, non-violence is the best dana, non-violence is the best dhamma, non-violence is the best sadhana, non-violence is the best friend, and non-violence is the parama sukha. So therefore, Sanatana Dharma preaches some values. Preaches the values which are very vital for a person, for an individual, be it he or she, to be truly called a human being. Dharma means a virtue. Dharma means a character. Dharma is a mark. Dharma is a quality. Dharma is a nature. Dharma is a custom. Dharma is a justice. And Dharma is a way of life. The eternal way of life, the precious way of life is Sanatana Dharma. Acharyas clarify that practicing the yajnas is not enough, but one has to be inwardly pure and start practicing it through Jnana Marga. Krishna says, ahimsa satyam akrodha tyaga syantirapaisunam daya bhuteshvaloluptam mardavam hrira chapalam. We can understand what is Sanatana Dharma. That is the eternal way of life. Okay, what are the principles which are to be adopted? What is the Daivi Sampada which has to be inculcated to be truly called a Sanatani? Ahimsa, truth. Akrodha mean absence of anger. Tyaga, you should be able to renunciate. Shanti, trust in peace. Apaishunam, meaning you should not blame others. Daya, that is compassion. Then alolupvamu means you should be able to do without any phalasanga. Mardavam, meaning you should be soft. Achapalam, absence of fickle mindedness. That means you should have a stable thought. That is why yesterday in my session I was saying, Manasekam, Vachasekam. He only can be called a Mahatma. Then, over and above all these, it is the Kshama, forgiveness, able to forgive a person. This is Daivi Sampada. These are the core values of Sanatana Dharma. Now we have to understand what is the Asuri Sampada to differentiate and to literally understand in what way this is. The Dambha, hypocrisy. Darpa, arrogance. Abhimana, ego, pride. And Krodha, anger. So all these are certain features of Asuri Sampada. The Dharma word is derived from the Sanskrit dhatu, dhri. Dhri means which provides stability. So every single thing in this world has its own definition. Obviously, no, because every single thing in this world has its own definition, has its own way of performing the activities for which it has been created in this universe. Suppose we take the case of electron. What is the dharma of an electron? Now, there are electrons, there are clouds, there are trees, there are birds, there are animals, there are rivers, there are oceans. Now, what is the dharma of an electron? It is to revolve around a nucleus in a specific shell. That is physics. So, electron revolves around the nucleus in that particular sphere. Then, what is dharma of a human being? The dharma of a human being is to imbibe certain ethical values, lead a properly godly ordained life in such a way that you will be able to achieve or pass the eligibility test to reach the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Religion is a system of a belief or a system of a community, but dharma is universal. See, non-violence, absence of anger, absence of fickle-mindedness. So these are all the core values. So dharma is a pathway to achieve ardha, that is authority. Dharma is a pathway to achieve, overcome kama, that is you will be able to achieve kama, that is fulfillment of desire. And dharma is a pathway to achieve moksha, that is final journey. So religion is a subset of dharma, but dharma is universal, dharma is eternal, and dharma is timeless. And that dharma which is timeless, which is eternal, and which is precious is Sanatana Dharma. There may be plural methods in achieving the ultimate reality, in realizing ultimate reality. But the core values will remain the same. Dharma is not only a social form of human life, it is entwined with human values. Actually, dharma is a dynamic force of life. But modern days, we feel liberation, secularism, globalization, these are the principal factors which are leading our human life. We are only human beings. Come on, let's become humane. Sanatana Dharma makes us humane. Sanatana Dharma means the conglomeration of duty, religion, and ethics. Sanatana Dharma is the conglomeration, a combination of ethics, duty, and religion. The word Sanatana in Bhagavad-Gita is used by Lord Krishna. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Krishna says he is the seed eternal. He is wisdom of the wise, power of the glorious. He is the fountainhead of everything, and therefore is the Sanatanam. Bijam Mam. I am the seed eternal, says Krishna. Sarva Bhutanam Vidhi Partha Sanatanam. Buddhir Buddhi Matam Asmi Tejas Tejasvinamaham. I am wisdom of the wise. I am power of the glorious. I am fountainhead of everything. Everything emanates from me. Everything is sustained by me. And everything comes back to me. Therefore, he is Sanatana. So when we say Sanatana Dharma, that is the law of Krishna, law of the Supreme Creator. He says this is the way you have to lead your life. Lead it and get back to me. This is a test which we have to pass. This is an examination which we have to clear in our short span of time on this earth. Let me give an example of sun. Surya has been disseminating its rays for hundreds and millions of years. And yet, although it is a materially created object, its form or its rays cannot be changed. They remain unchanged. Yes or no? Every day sun comes, he gives us a lot of light, lot of prakasham. And ultimately, we may think for centuries he is giving us light. Is there any reduction in the power of sun or Surya? No. By whatever name we may pray. Now I'll tell you about one sloka in our Vedic literature. Akashat patitam toyam yadha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram kesavam pratigacchati. Akashat patitam toyam yadha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram kesavam pratigacchati. There may be many schools of thought in Sanatana Dharma. But this shloka will answer all those questions. The way all the water that drops from sky finds its way to ocean, by whichever name you may pray, your prayers will reach God. The way all the water that drops from the sky finds its way to ocean, by whichever name you may pray, your prayers will reach God. Therefore, Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, which is the eternal law, has 4 limbs. One is Satya, Daya, Tapa, Saucham. Satya means truth. That is, you should not do gambling. Always trust in truth. Daya, that is compassion. Then tapas, that is austerity, sadhana. Then Saucham, cleanliness. The term Sanatana and the Sanatana Dharma, the core values of Sanatana Dharma, are clearly propounded and enunciated by the Maharishis, the sages, great rishis and sages in the 4 Vedas, in the Upanishads, in the Puranas, in the Upapuranas, in the Itihasas. The word Hindu came into existence maybe in 519 BC, used first time by King Darius of Iran. But Sanatana Dharma is a Sarvatrika Dharma. There may be a question in our mind, who was the first follower of Sanatana Dharma? Okay. The first follower of this Dharma is Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa, created by Brahma some 195 crore years back. So, what is Sanatana Dharma? It is an eternal law. What are the principles of Sanatana Dharma? How it was stated in our Vedic literature and Gita, we came to understand. Now, who was the first follower of Sanatana Dharma? Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa. Revered devotees, Bhagavad Bhaktilara, all of us are gearing up to celebrate the Vinayak Chavti festival tomorrow. And I hope all of you have completed shopping also to a certain extent. And maybe you have to catch up with a little bit of shopping and other things to complete the activity and get ready for tomorrow's puja. I wish all the revered devotees, their families, all the best in the year ahead. విఘ్న వినాయకుని యొక్క అపారమైనటువంటి అనుగ్రహం, కృపా, కరుణ, కటాక్షం అందరి కుటుంబాల యందు అనుగ్రహించబడాలని కోరుకుంటూ ప్రార్థిస్తూ అందరికీ కూడా సంపూర్ణ ఆయురారోగ్యాలు భగవంతుడు ప్రసాదించాలని శ్రీ మహాగణపతిని వేడుకుంటూ I thank all the revered devotees for joining in today's session despite getting preparations done for the big celebration tomorrow of Ganpati Chaviti. Sukha karta, dukh harta, varta vignachi, నురువి పురువి ప్రేమ. గణపతి యొక్క అపారమైనటువంటి కృప అందరి యందు వర్షించాలని ప్రార్థిస్తూ, సంపూర్ణ ఆయురారోగ్య, ఐశ్వర్య, అభివృద్ధి కలగాలని కోరుకుంటూ, let us all meet tomorrow at 6:30 to understand the Sanatana Dharma and also the essence of vishnuthathvam. ఒక విజ్ఞప్తి, రత్నప్రభ మాతాజీ ఈరోజు టీమ్ సెషన్‌ను క్యాన్సిల్ చేయడం జరుగుతోంది. రేపు సాయంత్రం 6:30 అందరం మళ్ళీ కలుసుకుందాం. నేర్జాబార్ల మాతాజీ ఎవరైనా మెసేజ్ గ్రూప్స్‌లో పెట్టేసేయండమ్మా. హరే కృష్ణ. జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ. జై బోలో గణేష్ మహారాజ్ కీ జై.